As always, I'm starting off by priming my eyes with the Wet n Wild primer. I'm adding some to my lid and my lower lash line, and then I'm using my fingers to blend it all in. I applied some tape to the back of my hand so it's not quite as sticky. Now I'm applying it, leaving some space in between so that way we have room for the liner, and I'm just going to apply this from the outer corner of my eye to the edge of my eyebrow. I'm using my hands to make sure the wings are even. I am beginning with the color Sidecar, and I'm grabbing my Visine. I'm just going to dab a little bit onto my finger and then rub my finger into the shadow. I then use my finger to pat this color onto the lid, mostly focusing on the inner to the middle of my eyelid. The Visine helps to make the shadow more pigmented and prevent fallout. Now grabbing my Urban Decay eyeshadow brush, I'm dipping it into the color Venus. But before I do that, I'm going to put a little bit of Visine to dampen the brush. I'm patting this color onto my inner corner to highlight. I'm also bringing it onto my brow bone to highlight there as well. I'm grabbing my BH Cosmetics blending brush, and I'm dipping it into the color Buck. I'm applying this shade to my crease and also to my outer V. I'm using windshield wiper motions to blend this into the crease. Now grabbing the color Naked on my blending brush, I'm adding this to the upper crease so that we can blend everything together. I'm now grabbing the Palladio black liner. I'm going to use this to start creating that outer wing shape. I'm using the tape as my guide so I kind of know what shape I'm trying to create. Then I also bring it into my upper and lower waterline just a little bit. Now I'm focusing back on the wing, just thickening it up. I'm not creating the entire wing using the liner because I want this to be smudged out, so I need to leave room to smudge it out with shadow. Now I'm grabbing my e.l.f. eyeshadow brush and I'm dipping it in to the color Crave. I'm just using this to really start to build up the wing and to smudge it out. I'm dipping that same brush into the color Faint. We're going to use this to blend out the wing. I'm smudging that color right above where we applied the Crave color. This just helps to really blend everything out. I'm going back in with the color Crave and deepening up the wing again. I'm grabbing my blending brush again and just lightly blending out the edges of the wing. Now it's time to remove the tape and we'll have a nice clean edge on our wing. I'm grabbing that black liner again and I'm just going to finish off the liner that we started. So I'm doing my lower waterline again and bringing it down to my lash line, bringing it into the inner corner, kind of creating a V shape there and connecting it to my upper lash line. Okay, now I'm just going back in with the shadow Crave, and all I'm going to do is set that black liner. So anywhere that we put it, I'm going to put the color Crave, and we're also going to smudge it out a little bit while we're doing this. Now I'm grabbing a piece of tape and I'm just going to use this to pick up any of the fallout that came from the shadow Sidecar. I'm also grabbing a fluffy brush to try and get everything off. And the next step is to apply false lashes. I'm using the Amour number 118. Once the glue has set for 30 seconds, I lightly put them where I want them, just kind of setting them on the center of my lid. And then I pick up my tweezers and then I first will set the outer edge into place, just pulling it right down into my lash line. Once the outer edge is set, I go in to the inner corner and then just set those right up to my lash line. Next, I'm grabbing my Wet n Wild Mega Liner Black Liquid Liner. I'm applying this to the lash band. This will help to conceal the band, and also if you have any glue that isn't dried, it'll cover that up as well. Moving on to the Telescopic Shocking Extensions Mascara, I'm just working this into my upper lashes to blend them with the false lashes. And then I'm moving on to my lower lashes to define them. Alright, and here's your finished look. I really love the way that it elongates your eyes. It just really adds an exotic shape. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye!